Yo, welcome back. Today's lesson is on non-adjacent angles. So we're talking about vertical angles. So basically, if you take two angles like this and say like this, and they cross. All right. And say this is angle A and it equals 30 degrees, and this is angle B and it equals 150 degrees. All right, so this is angle C. These two are the vertical angles, so this is going to equal 130 and this is going to equal 150. Okay, so these two across. Non-adjacent means they're not next to one another. So the A and C are going to be adjacent, vertical angles rather. Let me write that here. Vertical angles. All right. So let's look at the angles that are not right next to one another. So you're talking about A and C. They're not right next to one another. Given A and B are numbers, so say angle A and B, and A plus B equals 180, so A plus B is equal to 180. Which statements also must be true? So A equals 180 minus B. Okay, so let's look at this example. A equals 180 minus B. So let's do 180 minus B, which is 150. That equals A, which is 30. So this one right here is true. Okay. How about if we do How about if we do A minus 180? So A is 30 minus 180. We get a negative 150. So this one right here is false. All right. Next one. 360 equals 2 times A plus 2 times B. Okay, so that's obviously going to be true. We're basically multiplying everything here times 2. Okay, that's what, you don't have to write that. I just wanted to show you. Okay, so basically 360, this is true. Because 360, let me do it like this. 360 equals 2 times 30 plus 2 times 150. That's going to be true. And A equals 90 and B equals 90. Well, we can see here that's not true, because they don't necessarily have to be 90 degrees. So this is false. All right. So go ahead and put that in your notes. All right. Let me zoom. Where were we? We were here. All right. So let's delete this and move down to this. Alright, so it says use any useful tools in the geometry toolkit to identify any pairs of angles in these figures that are complementary or supplementary. Alright, so think about that for a second. Do you see any complementary, which equal 90, and any supplementary that equal 180? Okay, so let's say that this is so you can see this a little better. Let's say that this is 60, then this one right here could possibly be 120. Okay, so these together, A plus B, angle A plus angle B would equal 180. So those are supplementary. Same thing over here. So this right here, 60, and this one over here equals 120. Alright, so angle C plus angle D equal 180. Alright. Alright. Also, if you look at angle B and angle C, alright, so angle B plus angle C would be supplementary of 180, and angle A and angle D, angle A plus angle D are supplementary. Alright. Also, if you were to extend these lines out in each direction, okay, you would create some more supplementary lines like right here. If you extended the lines out in all directions, basically, you could extend these lines out and create more supplementary angles this way. Whoa, not that. Okay, like you could create some more supplementary angles that way. Alright, so let's look at the triangle. Okay, first of all, if I work backwards. If you extended these lines outwards, okay, in all directions, see if I can make that more straight. Like if I extended all of these lines out in this direction, in this direction, then you would create supplementary angles that way. Okay. Alright, something like this. That will create supplementary angles if you extend those lines out. Alright, but if you add angle G, well, let's do it like this. Angle E plus F plus angle G is going to equal 180 degrees, and that's supplementary. Alright. Alright. And obviously, assuming that this is 90 degrees, okay, if angle E is 90 degrees, then that means that G and F, angle G plus angle F, must equal 90 degrees. Okay, so these two, G and F together, are complementary. Alright, so go ahead, add that to your notes, and then let's get ready to move to the next one. Alright, so it says using a straight edge to draw two intersecting lines, use a protractor to measure all four angles whose vertex is located. So they basically want you to make like something like this. I make the lines really long so it's easier to measure with your protractor. Then you're going to measure all of the angles. Okay, so measure angle 1. Okay, so measure all of these angles. Alright, let's see what you get. Alright, angle 2, measure it. Angle 3, measure it. Angle 4, draw it and measure it. Okay, and then based on your drawing and your measurements, make an educated guess. Okay, so a conjecture, make a conjecture. Okay, conjecture. Okay, educated. Guess based on observation. Based on your observations. I could have wrote that down there, but whatever. But down here, you're going to write what are your observations. So write 1, say 1 and 2 observations. Alright. So go ahead and work on that. And then we will keep it moving. Alright, so go ahead and it says find here. Alright, boom. Let me zoom this up. Find the measures of the angles in one column and your partner will work on the other column. So go ahead and you can work together to find all the missing angles basically. So here it says P is on the line M, find the value of A. Alright, so you're going to find the value of A over here. Find the value of A, then find the value of B, then find the value of A down here, and I guess they got some missing angles down here. Let me scroll down. Okay, so this triangle has, well, that's 90, and then find the missing angle for angle L. Alright, so go ahead, take a moment and find those missing angles. See if I can zoom out enough to see them. Okay, so go ahead and work on that. Alright, so once you're done with that, it's basically more of the same on the next page. Alright, so I'll probably have you all do this on a sheet of paper. But down here it says angle C and E are supplementary, find angle E. Alright, so right here you're going to find the missing angle for E. Alright, find angle E. Find B over here. They want you to find B. Down here they want you to find a missing angle C. Okay, and then right here find the measure of CBW. CBW, so that's like right here. They want you to find the missing angle. And then I believe there are some more. That's it. Two angles are supplementary. One angle measures 127. Find the measure of the other angle. So these are hints. The two angles are complementary. One angle measures 37. Find the measure of, okay, so these are some more questions. They're just giving their written word problems. Okay, so yeah, these are additional. Find the measure of the other angle. Alright, so basically for this one, they're giving you a scenario. So for example, and then they're saying two angles are complementary. One is 37 degrees, so this angle is 37 degrees, and they want you to find the missing angle right here. Alright, two angles are supplementary, so this is the same thing. Two angles are supplementary. Alright, and then they're saying one of these angles is 127. Find the measure of the other angle. So these are like word problems they want you to solve. So go ahead and find all those missing angles. I'll have you put those on a piece of paper, and if you got any questions, ask me in class. Other than that, peace.